Good morning, candidates. Welcome to Animasha Training Center, which is accredited by the test. By the way, I am your assessor. I am Myrkell Aivan, Nueva, and here is my test, the ID. So, before we proceed, I'm gonna call you candidate number 1, and I'm gonna call you candidate number 2. So, let's check first the attendance. And when I call your name, please proceed to sign up the attendance sheet and hand me out your admission slip. Jessica Jean Roda, candidate number 1. Please sign in and submit your admission slip. Candidate number 2, Rodwin Mariana, please proceed. So, it's great since your signature matches your SAG or your self-assessment guide. And upon checking it, it is clearly that you have the qualification to take this unit of competency, which is the 2D digital animation and circuits, specifically the unit of competency pertaining to produce clean-up drawings following test the assessment procedures. So let me explain to you the context, purpose, and assessment process. So this assessment determines if you can produce clean-up drawings that meet industry animation standards. And the assessment is competency-based and evidence-driven. So kailangan makorroborate yung mga evidence para magkaroon ng proper evaluation and to make an assessment decision para ma-determine natin kung kayo ba ay competent enough or not with this competency. Yes? Do you have any
So what's
question?
the meaning of corroborate?
Corroborated means if there's an evidence, there is another supporting evidence that supports each other evidence, then it is called corroboration. If that group of evidences are related or connected to each other. So I'm gonna explain to you the competency and evidence to be collected. So the evidence will come from your actual cleanup drawing outputs, your workflow, and your answers during questioning. So about the outline assessment procedures, you will clean up rough animation drawings using the provided model sheet and pencil and bond paper. And after that, I will review your outputs and ask follow-up questions. So let's move forward with the assessing the candidate, which is the both of you. If there are needs for allowable adjustments, if not, then let's proceed to the next step. So do you have any needs or condition that requires adjustment in the assessment process? Silence means. Okay, thank you for answering. So let's confirm your understanding. Do you clearly understand the qualification, evidence requirements, and assessment flow? Please answer yes or no. Candidate number 1. How about you, candidate number 2?
Yes.
Okay. So before we announce the proper procedure, we will begin shortly. Please prepare your workstation and tools. And the do's and don'ts is do not cheat and please do what I ask you to do. So please maintain cleanliness, follow model sheet proportions, and observe safety guidelines. Don't use unauthorized references or seek outside assistance. So it is under the don'ts, which is do not cheat. So please sign the competency assessment agreement for candidate number 1 and candidate number 2. take your time answering. Please submit it immediately if you are finished answering that. Thank you, candidate number 1. Thank you so much, candidate number 2. Now let's move forward to our laboratory room. So here are the materials you will use. So the pencil and the paper and the reference sheet. So we will now begin the competency-based assessment for produce cleanup drawings. So what are the instructions? So let me clarify it to you slowly and precisely. So your task is to produce cleanup drawings based on the rough keyframes and in-betweens provided. So you must ensure the following. Number 1, consistent line quality. Number 2, correct character proportions. Number 3 is accurate line confidence and shadings. And lastly, clean strokes and following the model sheet. Of course, you must emulate the proper shapes, the proper shading, the proper line technique used in this reference sheet. So I'm gonna show you the reference sheet. Here it is. So you have 1 hour to complete your cleanup drawings. Let me know if you need this explained in Filipino. Anyone here? I guess none, since you're, according to your SAG, you are both fluent in English. So that's good to hear. Do you have any questions before we begin? So I will remain in the area to observe your work for direct evidence. So if accidents happen, there is our emergency kit. So for safety reasons, I may stop you if there's any equipment hazard. So I think you are both ready, candidate number 1 and candidate number 2. So let's begin. Let me remind you that you can take your time doing your task because you have a total of 1 hour to do it. So use your time wisely. Okay, you only have 4 minutes left. Okay, short reminder guys, you only have 2 minutes left. You must finalize your work immediately. Seems like candidate number 2 is already done. And I think you do candidate number 1. So I guess let's move forward and let's go back to the support flow. Please come in candidate number 1 and candidate number 2. Sure. Your assessment is now complete. Here is your feedback. Candidate number 1. Your line consistency and proportion accuracy were evaluated. However, there are other ways to overcome the learning gaps because I saw that there are some areas that needs to be improved. So practice stabilizing strokes and reviewing model sheets for proportions alignment. But it is not the end and it is not bad news at all because you can conduct a reassessment because it is applicable for you since your final verdict is you're not confident. Yet you can do a reassessment to further improve your skills regarding producing cleanup drawing in 2D digital animation. On the other hand, candidate number 2, you possess the quality of a animator that produce cleanup drawings because the strokes and the line confidence is innate in you based on my observation. Therefore, I may now announce that you are a competent and qualified regarding the unit of competency in producing cleanup drawings. So let's move forward to the assessment reports. So I'm gonna fill out the rating sheets first. Okay. To ensure the signatures, kindly sign in the rating sheets. Kindly pass forward. So, I will now forward your assessment documents to the assessment center manager. And I'm gonna prepare a recommendation for COC issuance. So, based on your results, I will prepare a recommendation for your national certificate or certificate of competency. And by the way, let's congratulate both of you, especially to you, candidate number 2. Please stand up. Congratulations for being competent in this unit of competency regarding producing cleanup drawings. So here's your certification. You may now take a seat. Candidate number 1, unfortunately, you cannot claim a qualification certificate. However, you can take a reassessment as I said to you earlier. So, what are your reflections for this training as I conduct the competency assessment of the both of you? Can you give me your insights, candidate number 1?
May I go first?
Sure. Candidate number 2.
For me, it's always been there. Just need to enhance it.
That's all. Thank you. How about you, candidate number 1?
I'm so upset because I feel
Even if you're not competent, I'm sure you can try and try again until you can be a competent trainee, especially in this unit of competency about producing cleanup drawings. So, I think that sums up all. We should call it a day. Thank you, candidate number 1 and candidate number 2, for this successful conducting competence assessment. Thank you.
Thank you.